all the aliens who are still on Earth. You know what to do. We're entering some interesting times, literally linking up the mothership with the Mother Earth. It's about to go down. And it's funny, like I talk like this, feels like, oh, it's all like just allegory, like literally we're linking up. A lot of souls are linking up at this point, and there's a lot to do. A lot to do. And I'm just testing this because I want to show my dashboard. I'm going to get my control panel online here, start showing you guys like what really matters, what means the most on this planet. Because do we really want to work this hard anymore? Do we want to toil like this? Like, what are we building as a group? What are we constructing as a group? Is it a group consent, or is it some type of other consent that we're experiencing? And this is where it touches on the deepest cores of our existence, is what are we doing? What are we doing? What am I doing? Well, right now I'm making a video to showcase and bring awareness to what is coming and what's important and what's going to matter the most. And it can all begin with one word, that's God. 2, land. 3, community. Got to have those 3. God first, land second. 3rd, community. Vibration. Your tribe. Those who you align with. And that's how we have to start looking at this. And what tribe is ruling the world right now? It's a financing cult. Absolutely. What do we all use? Fiat currency. But there's other currencies still in circulation in other parts of the world. And a lot of the currency had been acquiesced. The metals, right? The turn of the 19th century or 20th century, 1900s. And that's where the big power grab came in and really secured a lot of the wealth in this world. And they started fixing the prices and leveraging and creating an exchange. And then using the United States, it was like this huge opportunity for unlimited growth. And we took a lot of British models. We still even use their coordinating system for when they were doing trade. Hello, beautiful. Hope you're doing well. We're just kind of doing a litmus test because I really want to get my dashboard and my control panel online. And I'm trying to see if there's interest in those who want to know the information that matters. Information on Earth, of the land, how it breathes, how it works, how we can work with it, how we can operate more harmonious with our environments. And it's going to take some serious retrofitting. It's going to take some serious gut punching for a lot of us on this planet to really get in line with the land, because there's natural cycles. This is in the Bible. They say Kyrios and Chronos, right? If you read your script, the Bible is a great book. I highly recommend it. Don't get too like physical with it, right? It's an esoteric. You gotta think about energy. Energy comes and goes, and we say energy, right? Energy is, in the book it says phos, right? I'm not trying to go biblical, like I'm not dogmatic about this stuff. It's a scientific art form, how energy flows. And the Bible talks about when it's the right time to do things and when it's the wrong time to do things. And we're experiencing this weird time cycle, like this 24-hour clock, that a lot of people don't comprehend. And they're not on time. And they're not the opportunities that show up when we need them. And having the ability, that masculinity, right? Power, masculine energy is action. It has nothing to do with your dick or pussy. Excuse me if that offends you, but that's the truth. We'll go with your genitals. Masculine energy. I see women with masculine energy all over the place. They're very action oriented. They think of something and they go and get it done. Men do this a lot. We're very action oriented. A lot of times we don't think at all. We just do things. And then that incorporates that curios when it's instinction. Like everyone loves Dragon Ball Z and instinct mode and all the art and representations of the powers that we possess through that ethereal body. And that's the truth. And this is the command center. Like, I can show this energet frequencies that exist on this plane and show where the nodes are, where all the key frequency nodes. It's not hard to do. It's been mapped. They went hard on this in like the 15th, 16th, 17th centuries. Especially when they started meeting the Chinese. Chinese had it dialed the fuck in. And when the Catholics went over to China, they were like, yo, we shouldn't even be here. Like, all we can give them is trajectory analysis on how to deliver a bomb, right? Trigonometry. That was our, hey, Joe, what's up? Jay? What up, Jay? Hope you're having a great day. I'm out here just doing a litmus test, trying to test the waters. If I get enough viewers, enough people who want to engage in this content, I'm going to unleash the control panel. I'm going to show people some of the secrets of this planet using GIS mapping and all kinds of freaking NASA data that they've unleashed because they're just observing the Earth. There's like thousands of satellites every day observing every freaking inch of this planet. Oh, thanks, Angela. I'm glad that you enjoy the content and the videos. More likes, more subscribes. And like I said, it's this channel grow. I'm going to be doing a lot more. We're going to be doing stuff in the wilderness, working with Native Americans, all these California tribes. They're beautiful, beautiful people. It's like, finally, like, I show up like this. It doesn't matter. It's what I do and how I carry myself. It's not about how I look. It's about how I do things with them. That's how it always has been. That's the natural, that's curious. When I enter into their spheres, I feel it. I feel time align. And I start seeing all the signs. I start seeing everything. It's just like beautiful, poetic. It's just like the most beautiful painting I could ever see when I'm with natives, because they've been through a lot. They know, like, I've tapped into the genocidal bloodlines that I've experienced in this body, this form, this DNA carries a lot of that traumatic essence that when I connect with natives, it's like an instant, like, damn, this dude gets it. This dude understands how fucked up shit is. He has compassion. And that's what natives are looking for at this point, because they didn't forget. And I don't forget either. I know the past. I know what happened, especially World War II. That's why I'm here. That's why my bloodline is in this country. Day's going well. I hope your day is going well too, Angela. It's great. Things are great. I've been working really hard on maps, been doing some project designing, going after fucking fat stacks of cash to help our native friends. I'm sorry. You're right. I should lower the cuss. But the cussing, you should also understand that I have the right to freely speak in a tone, because this is serious. We're an endangered species. Our species is dying off. I hope you all know. Like, that's serious. Everyone's saying the population is expanding, but no, like, it's just like inflated, and then there's going to be a retractment. If you know anything about stocks and all this, it's like everything operates on a sinusoidal wave in this state. Everything's like this. And there's counterbalancing. There's a counterbalancing act. So you get a bunch of ways. You're supposed to have an equilibrium. That's why in the Bible, they say that it's the narrow path. It's not eye of the needle. It was that eye in. That's Hebrew. The eye. Like, you got to walk that eye. I. Because it's a narrow path, and it's easy to get bumped off. We get distracted every day, every which way, and we're always under the gun. Everyone feels stress. I talk to a lot of could you stop, bunch, bruh? I like that y'all are communicating though. That's great. Could you stop cussing? How old are you? And you know, this is an adult themed video, so if you're watching adult themes, I mean, this is rated R for redemption. Because that's our goal. We're going back in time. We're actually, the cycle is reversing. I see things in the backwards. I see things going backwards. I see people thinking backwards. Adios. Have a great day. So, with all being said, I got a total of 2 likes. I had like 23 viewers at one point. So I think that's a good litmus test to keep this content going and grow this information. And really start getting high text. People can like see, whoa, look at that, look at the data. because they spent billions of dollars on data. It's wild. Like, we don't have to do the data collection anymore. What's going on, Pinar? The data's been gathered, and we're here. We're ready to implement. And this is what my calling in life. Like, Jay, thank you. I appreciate the like. Angela, I appreciate that you're here. Pinar, I appreciate that you're here. Anybody who's here, thank you for listening to the message. The message is secure. We're getting this land back in its homeostasis. Think like Biodome. It's just like Biodome. And I'm the dude, I'm like Pauly Shore up in this bitch, right? Purple sticky punch. We're gonna grow all that shit, right? Because the natives are all in it. They're like, yeah, man, like they gave me some fire, some straight up fire herb, and they're great. I love them. I love them so much. I can't wait to move up there. I'm so excited. I'm like, finally get to have a 4 seasons again. I get to get snowed on. I get to go snowboarding. You too, Pinar. Y'all, you take care, man, or woman. I don't know who you might be, but thanks for watching the channel. Appreciate you being here. We're just talking about the land, because the land's all that matters to me at this point. I don't have family, but I have land, and I do have family. I have family I've coalesced with. I've created. Because think about this, they always say in life that you can't choose your family. And I think that's BS, because you can choose someone to grow a family with, right? So if you can have the choice, because my family, I mean, it was just my birthday a few days ago, and my family that's far away, they're like literally 2,700 miles away from me, because I moved so far away from where I was raised, and I just couldn't handle being in that certain area anymore. It was just depressed. I could feel a heavy like Saturnian, restrictive, traumatic, like essence. And the longer I was there, the worse. Like, I was definitely repulsing, but it was like aging me, like aging in a way like that wasn't building my character. So boom, you know what you do? You send it out there. You start thinking about adventure. You start, what I did, how I grew my horizons. I started looking at maps. I started exploring areas around the globe and reading and expanding my horizon. Thank you. Thank you, Pinar. Birthday was a few days ago, and it was wonderful. I actually had someone make a cake and sing happy birthday. It was totally unexpected, and it was so beautiful. And I'm so thankful. Like, this is where when I know I digress. I'm going on tangents, but when people say they want to see the world get destroyed, or they're unhappy with things there's like this want everything to like blow up, and they want to see the Armageddon happen. And it's like, did you not read script? It says, "Those who wish for death, it will not come, and you will live forever." And that's where the hell, right? That's when you go into hell, is where you're like, want to die every day, but you have to wake up. Like, there's nothing more dangerous of the psyche, and that's where we're here, right? We're breathing. We're still here. We have what's the pneuma, or it's called the breath of life. Use it. Use it. Let's clean it up. Like, let's clean up the air. Living is difficult. I agree, because we're surrounded by death. But if you understand, if you work with the land, if you work with soil, it teaches you about the cycle and what the cycle was meant to be. Like, you got to walk barefoot, right? You got to go all over the place. Just walk with your soul on the soul on Terra, and it will speak to you. That's what I love to do. And the stronger your feet get, the more connective tissues you create, the more natural fibers on your feet. Jay, it was nice having you here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the stream. It seems to be going very well. I'm liking this format. I'm just kind of like, this is the litmus test. So y'all are part of an experiment. I get to let you guys know when you're part of an experiment. I'm not going to say, oh, we're going to do a psychosocial thing and throw all this sub programming, what do they call that? Subliminal. I mean, that's what advertising has turned into, is a giant mind trap. Like, I go anywhere, I see a TV on, I can't even look at that shit. It like hurts to watch all these images, like 1,000 images. My cat, that's actually my roommate's cat. I don't have any animals. I don't have anything really. I'm like a solo wolf man. No family, just just acquaintances, people I work with, and I have a crew. I have a brotherhood and a sisterhood. So that's what I kind of mean, like where you can make your own family. And we're the soil Avengers. That's what I call myself. I'm one of the Avengers. You're watching one of the superheroes in action. Yeah, you did, Pinar. That was you did. You saw a cat. I used that as the. I figured that was a great way to get people to come because everyone loves cats, and my roommates have like a few cats. So and they're great. They're great. They're wonderful. They're beautiful. Just like my viewers here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all listening and tuning in and giving me a like and just getting some of this content out there. There's a lot to talk about. And yeah, I just appreciate y'all being here. I know you kind of, Pinar, I know I digressed to the image thumbnail and I kind of got derailed there a bit. I don't know if that was your intention. I don't think so. We're just, I like to have conversations with my viewers. I love interacting. That's the best part of my existence is interacting and being reflective and being reflected on and holding space, right? Holding space and having the ability to hold space and the type of space. Like if some people just shoot like crazy knives, just like throw knives like at your force field every day. It's like you feel it. And they try to get you to doubt. They try to get you to think what you're doing is insignificant. They try to say you can't do something. This is all the stuff I really experienced. They say you're too small. It's like this incredible. I had to create this incredible bubble. Like I've had it. So here I like topics. That's great, Pinar. And once I lost my train of thought again. Whenever I go to the comments and read them, I always lose it because I'm like in a frequency, right? I'm downloading. But yeah, when everyone tells you you can't do things, that makes me stronger. That's how I reverse the energy. That's how you look at things backwards. When someone says you can't do, that means that you're gonna do something. That means that you have to get through resistance because resistance creates heat and friction. And without friction and heat, you can't do anything. Like what? I don't mean to get kind of lewd here, but when we think about procreation, what does it take for a man to reach that climax? It's heat, friction, and lubrication. Like, so I like to be the lube between the gears, and I like to smoothen things out. Like we can think of it that way, and it's finding the right kind of lube to use in any situation and understanding the gears that you're talking to. Like I think of things in a mechanical way, and turn logical. Then it's more like heart based, right? Because if you clean the heart, good things come out, right? You're under Kyrios time. You're doing things when you need to do them, not because you're aimlessly wandering at a synthetic timeline. Thanos. Shit, I fucked the timelines up too much. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it's broken. Anyways, I don't know where that came from, but it's a great representation of art. Like art is a representation of life. All art that exists that you see has a deeper meaning because someone who created that felt strongly enough about something and they might have been too, you know, the world might not be ready to experience it in its full glory, so it's hidden behind meanings. And if you can dive deeper into meanings, because everything, life has a direction, it has a book, there is a manual to life. So, Pinar, dude, I love that you're communicating, brother. I love that. Thank you. Or Sista, or unicorn, whatever it is, or, some mythological creature. So, yeah, I do that. I do mix reality with a lot of fantasy in my life because ritual magic is where it's at. What do you think people go to church every Sunday for? It's all ritual. Like we all call it habits, right? That's the modern day term is things that we do every day become a habitual. That's a ritual. Habitual ritual. What's up, Jay? Welcome back. I hope you're doing all right. But oh, the helicopters are flying around. We had lightning. I'm up in here in Northern California. and there was incredible thunderstorms. It was wild. Like it rained. Can you believe it? It rained. And now there's fires everywhere. There's military helicopters flying around. Turkish. I figured. I thought you were from another country. I could tell, especially the name Pinar. That's definitely Far East. I do a lot of studies. I'm Armenian, so no hate, nothing. I know it's like I know shit went down. It's all good, brother. Like we're moving on. We're gonna recognize that shit went down, but we're not gonna hold it to each other because every time we're born, you better believe that's a canvas, man. You better paint a photo. Spring, hey, I love the spring. It's one of my favorite seasons. I love the smells. I love especially out here in Northern California, the down in the valley area, not in the mountains, but oh man, it's so nice. Everything gets green. The hiking is awesome. You can go running for like 10 miles and hike for hours and not get tired and sweaty. So yeah, I highly recommend. I love it here. California is amazing. Don't let anybody talk shit about this place. I have never had the adventure because there's so much adventure out here. It's incredible. There's so many interesting beings. There's so many things to experience. So many different ecosystems, and a lot of it's intact. Trees bigger than skyscrapers. It's really incredible to see it. It's kind of like a land lost in time, right? And you see a lot of the frontier remnants. Amen, Pinar. I love that, man. Everybody, we all bleed red. Sure, there's different aspects and there's different, the environment has encoded on us, and we have during these times, evolution is legitimate. The environment will mold you. That's truth. There's microbes and we breathe them in, and we're communicating them on a multicellular level. Even wirelessly we speak, and they speak to us and they release hormones, and we're affecting one another. We have an AOE, area of effect. And that's where, if we live in these toxic environments and we're living in destroyed lands that have been just decimated, extracted, raped, in essence, that will vibrate. That vibration comes off then to us. And as the land slowly degrades and becomes apocalyptic, you get a Mad Max. That's what they show. Hey, look at the Mad Max movies. There you go. That's your desert. That's your dilapidated landscape. That's your lack of concern for basic elements: fire, earth, water, and land. Like, or fire, water, air, and earth. And then there's a fifth, there's metal, and then there's a sixth. There's a sixth element, it's love. And love looks different on all, like, everyone thinks love is this like coddly, nurturing thing. No, man, love comes in all forms. Ask Thanos. He so loved the universe, he killed half of it. Holy fuck. That's wild, man. That there's mentality like that. And we can put a name on it. We can say it's this avatar. We can talk about it all day long. But in reality, like, it's every day. You can mythologize things and put them way back in your mind in time and say that was then, but it's really right now. And that's the nature of this. Let's see, Pinar. I experienced one and real love, rest, and bullshit. Yeah, I only experienced one true love too, for real. And they come and go. Like, I really do feel that way. We can combine our souls with multiple. Well, love is real, man. I know it's real. It's out there. I can feel it. I know it's real. I've experienced it. It just comes in different forms for many different beings. Like, we all experience it in our own unique way. And I do. I think I believe in love. Well, there you go. See, you do love something. You love your kitty. And I don't. I like cats. I like dogs. I like all animals as long as they're respectable, and they were learned. Because there's natures. We have nature. Nature is like a tuning fork. It has to be properly placed at the right resonance so we can operate at our most efficient ways. Like, think about when shit hits the fan. If you let the panic frequency take hold, you lose all ability to make any like, to think differently. Like fear, Dune. Fear is the mind killer. Well, sometimes Fear's good. You want fear. It means that you know that there's danger, and you don't want to just be like, oh, I'm careless about everything. I'm in love with nature too. That's why I make biochar. I started a coalition. We have a crew. We have a family, brotherhood, sisterhood, and we're going around. And now we're getting invited into sacred spaces with Native, uh, Indigenous Americans. It does. That's right, Pinar. I tell you right now, man, adrenaline is one hell of a drug. It's so addicting. They should put that as a scheduled one. United States, we have drug laws, and certain drugs are scheduled for their dangerousness. And I mean, I would put adrenaline at the highest because, man, like when you start getting adrenaline rushes, like you start doing it all the time, it's so addicting. You just need something more and more. Drugs like Schedule One, like a heroin, I think is a Schedule One. Um, Marijuana used to be a Schedule One, and that would you would get in trouble if you were found with these materials. You'd get thrown. You get a felony charge. You'd lose your right to vote. You lose your right to own a weapon, all because you had a Schedule One substance. That's what that means. Pinar. That's a little bit of America for you. Crazy place here. But if you get a medical license for experiments, you can actually pay. I think it's like $800. No, it's like $3,000 or something, and you can actually get pharmaceutical grade approved drugs as research. So, like, if I want to say, oh, I want to research how cats respond to pharmaceutical grade cocaine, then I could pay the license, get the lab. You need a lab, so you need a certified lab, which is hard to get. But if you're in the business, it's not hard to make labs. Like, and then they could do all kinds of weird ass shit, and they can test. They can get experimental drugs. They can get PCP. They can get heroin. They can get any drug that and high quality too. I think it's called Merck is the pharmaceutical cocaine, and Bayer I believe makes it. It was like their claim to fame. So yeah, these rebels of so I understand a lot of angles, right? I understand the financial side, the corporate side. I understand the industry side. I understand the land resource side, and I understand the planning and the risk side. And we're the risk. I'm the risk. That's their algorithms running because they see this as a risk. Because I'm going to link up tribes. I'm going to link up communities that are disheveled, destroyed, disenfranchised, and we're going to become stronger and better. And we're going to heal this land. We're going to get rid of this crazy medical industry we have. We're going to replace it with the Chinese model, with their medicine. Their medicine's very geared towards extractions, creating intense plant extracts that have symbiotic relationships that create compound like synergy and heal the body for real. For real. So yeah, man, I'm the risk. I know that. And that's why now I work with so many white people, European style people, narcissistic, racist, all over the place here, and none of them want to do anything. They don't like the fire, they don't like the passion. They're like, this you can come in. They're like, oh shit, there's the asshole that calls us out on every single thing we do. This guy wants justice. Risk, ignore, ignore, ignore. And here's the funniest thing, ignoring me is the last thing you want to do. Last thing. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little intense, but I'm from a royal star, Regulus. I understand what's above and what's below, and what's to the east, what's to the west, what's to the north, and what's to the south. I understand that. And once you understand your horizons, you understand your boundaries, you understand where you can go. And guess where I can go? Everywhere. So I'm going to go everywhere. It says this in the Bible that the child will stick his hand in the den, and the snakes won't bite him. And guess where I am at? I'm at like the tip of the hydrosphere right here in Chico, California. This is like Hydra Central. And guess what? All I met out here that helped me were serpents, snakes, Chinese astrology, just snakes. Oh, I gotta sit down. I'm getting all amped up. See, when the energy starts coming in and you start vibrating, the adrenaline is just surging, and it gets too much. It gets too much. Like if I were to go out and work right now, dude, I would like slay. I'd probably make like 3,000 tons of biochar in 3 seconds with the way I feel right now. And it's people understand like the struggles it comes with having such powerful Mars energy, because my Mars is in Cetus, right near Menkar. And Menkar is an incredible star. If anybody knows about it, it's a pulsating rage star. And I've never unleashed rage on this. No one's ever seen rage because I would never ever want anyone to see the whale. You don't want to see the tail flip, right? Shit. Excuse my French. I'm not asserting it. I'm just letting y'all know I know my horizon. And it's, Northern Eda Sheik Draconian. My Uriel is a dragon, like, bruh, watch out. I know the labyrinth. The labyrinth holder is one of my BFFs. Like, and yeah, they put me through it, and they're like, good job, man. Fuck yeah. You got through it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm back here at the start. Let's do it again. Well, I'll make the rules this time. So here we go. It's just like I said, Curios and Chronos. God put you on this path if you accept it. Like I said, like he says, like they say, aloha, right? Aloha, aloha. Many are called, few choose. And I think that's where we're gonna end this today. Which state? I live in California, my friend. United States. Aloha. Was it hang loose? I can't do it with this hand. I have more dexterity on my right than I do my left, which is good because we all understand pillars, right? The right pillar. Like if you're looking at the dude, his right pillar. So I gotta fix this. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I'll do this one. Aloha. Hang loose. Much love, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Pinar, you're pretty sweet. Thanks for chatting it up. Thanks for supplying content. That's the best part about live streams is viewer engagement. I'm not making live streams to be, look at me, look at what I'm doing. No, I want to engage the viewers. I want to talk to y'all. I want to know there's people out there, because sometimes the internet is a lonely place. And I do more out here than I do on here. That's the truth. And I think that's what people need to understand, that you can spend your whole days on the internet. You can do all this shit on the web, and you can make memes, and you can, make chat rooms and limited hangouts, and just go down that rabbit hole of sitting on your computer while the world, this world out here that you might want to call a simulation, go ahead, call it whatever you want. But it's still, if it's a game, go out here and earn some experience points. I agree with you, Pinar. There are so many amazing beings, and that's what I mean. I meet them out here. I very rarely had the same connective tissue of develop online. So, and I've been messed with incredibly amounts online. There's some weird clandestine shit, psychological experiments happening online all the time. This is the ground. This is why I named it the litmus test, because this is my experiment. Because experiment is going to turn eventually into a standard. So this is just part of the big thing. And I'm not experimenting, I'm just experimenting with myself to see if this is worth to the viewers, to those who want to engage with me on this conversation, because it's a conversation. And I want to meet those who have that resonance. And I think Pinar is one of them. You already told me you love nature. Bro, welcome to heaven. Yeah, it's not too nice. I'm moving out of here soon. I'm going up to a better place, more animals, more soil people, and the love of the natives. Like, I can't express that enough. So, salute. 1177. Signing out. Get care and be careful, my friends.